Hi everyone, it's Raleigh, and I'm planning my Hobonichi Cousin for the week of March the 3rd. I'm going to begin though by showing you my completed weeks for February. February was somewhat of a challenge. I think it was a mix of sort of the winter blahs and work being a little more trying on my mind. So during the weeks, I found I wasn't quite as motivated. We also had some snow on a couple of weekends as well, which meant I was cooped up a little bit. But this week in particular, as you can see by the planner, did not go well. I kind of mentally checked out, but started to regroup a little bit the following weeks. Other than, lack of midweek motivation seemed to be the theme. But last week, thankfully, I just overall, my mind seemed to improve a little bit. I was able to make some progress, get a few things done, felt a little more like myself. And so hopefully that will carry on as we jump into March. And I'm going to be using the kits from Coffee Monster Co., the stickers, the washi, and the little sticky note coordinating bits. Yeah, pretty nice, hopeful colors. And I decided that this week I am going to do a vertical setup. I think every once in a while it's nice to have a bit of a change of view and perspective. And I love this ruler, by the way. It's from Coffee Monster Co. I have a few of theirs, but this one's a little skinnier, and I think that the width of it is just enough that I can get like 5. If I kind of start where the 5am starts, I can kind of get 7 rows, which is what I need. I think I'm going to leave the top open because I'll put some washi up there. I'm going to try this with the yellow. I didn't want to use black, so I'm going to try the yellow. We'll see how it goes when everything else is down, but we'll start with this just to get things underway. And I think about here. I do like this yellow too, but I'm just not sure. But we'll carry on and change later if we need to. I've got all my lines down, and now I've got to figure out how I'm going to do the dates. I often actually do them sideways on here, but I think I'm going to do these ones kind of right way up. And I've got these little labels that I think I'm going to use them. I don't often use these, especially kind of under days of the weeks, but they're nice, pretty pastel colors. And even though I'm inclined to kind of usually just pick 1 or 2 colors and go with it, I think this time, because there are such pretty colors here, I think I'm going to put them down. And then I'll likely put the days of the week stickers on top, but let's get these down. The cute little bunny. So yeah, this one has like little bunnies and flowers. Although Easter, I think, is not till, I think, next month, till April, but okay, we'll get these down. All right, and then we'll grab, I was gonna write, but I think I'm gonna use the stickers. I like these little abbreviated ones. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Excuse my hands with the little scratches. It's been so dry lately as well. I try to remember to put like creams and things, but just kind of the time of year. Scooch this over a little bit. But I'm happy to have March here. A little surprised it's March already, but still happy to have it. And especially since February, we had a couple weekends that we really had a lot of snow, and it made it harder to get out and about. But I'm hopeful that March, that's one of the things I think that made February tough, was not seeing as many friends and family. But already this weekend, I've done more of that, and I'm hopeful to have more this month. So I'm going to put this up top. And I really like that green. And I know you can still see sort of behind it, the stuff that's in there, but my brain's pretty good at kind of blocking that out, so I don't really mind. And I think I'm going to put the other half, instead of right across the top, I'm going to put this on the bottom here, kind of balance it out that way. I'd also been Oh, yeah, I'll just use these bits over here. So yeah, last week, one of the things I'd done is had a look at my kind of little outline in my traveler's notebook for February, what I wanted to do. I didn't get everything done, but I got a few things done to start to prepare for what I want to do moving forward in March. And the end of March will be the end of the first quarter. So I've also been doing some thinking about that as well. All right, what do I want? Okay, I'm going to use some of the flags, I think, because I have two kind of events / appointments that I have to be at. You know what? I'm going to put this over here. I don't have a whole lot usually. I mean, outside of my traditional normal work hours where I specifically have somewhere to be or something to do. So I try to make a note of it in here. And okay. Now I'm thinking about the yellow. And now that I see with the washi down, I kind of think I do want to switch it to green. I was worried it might be too much, but I actually think it'll look better. So here we go. Improving. Adapting. So let me get this down and see what this looks like. Yeah, I like that better. That's sort of grassy green. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish these ones up. And then on the right, I'm just going to have sections for different kind of lists of things, which is normally what I kind of put on the bottom. But it is always nice to start a fresh month. So yeah, I usually start by having a look in my traveler's notebooks. I have my kind of monthly outline. So I look at what I did in February, move over anything that didn't get done. And something that I've been considering and working on since the beginning of the year was setting up another kind of little planner, a little gamified version of a planner, which I have actually spent probably hours sort of making notes and thinking about it. But I think with where my mind was the last few weeks, I wasn't really ready to, I was struggling kind of finalizing what I wanted to do and committing to doing it. But over this last week, I think it's become a little clearer and I'm actually excited about doing it. So that is one of the things that will be a bigger goal for this week. And one of the things I like about that as well is it will be more kind of tracking specific things, which isn't something I really do in here. I'd been thinking about how I could do it in the cousin. One of my other goals was to use the back sections of this, and I still haven't really worked that out either. So one of the things for March, two of the things I want to get done for March related to planning are one, doing my little gamifier mini planner, and number two, to start to use the back sections a little bit more. So if I can work on that this month, I can kind of start to use them for the second quarter of the year. And I'm just using these other little bits, and this is just sort of a random here and there. And then I'll probably put kind of write in some sections underneath. But I like the look of this. And the space on the left is enough to kind of write in things I'll do, pardon me, each day. And yeah, on the bottom I'll have the list. So yeah, I'm liking the way that's looking. Now I still do under the days of the week. You know what? I'm going to put the numbers in. I don't do it that often, so let's just give it a go. Yeah. Since I didn't use black for the lines, I guess it'll work. And I won't really use that space under there anyway. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. So yeah, I've got enough space on the left to write in things during the day. Now I've just got to think about the other side. Oh, I should write in, before I forget, write in what I'm going to be doing on those Post-its. So the 5th is appointment at Salem at 11:15. And this is a meeting I have, kind of work adjacent, but it's at 4:30, which is a bit unusual. It's kind of an after hours thing. Team meeting. All right, so I've got those down. Now, just to think about, I'm just trying to think about what color. I think what I'm going to do is under the stickers, just put like a swatch of color and then right underneath. And I'm back to the debate about what to use, whether I can maybe use pink or blue or yellow. You know what? I think I'm going to use the green, because if I use the green for the lines and green underneath here, then I can use the pink and the yellow to highlight things during the week if I need to. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me grab the marker. And this really is probably my favorite color. It's the one that I use the most. It's also the one that I use often in my traveler's notebooks. I don't know if I want, you know what? We're just going to go with that. All right, so I'm just going to start to fill these in. And okay, this one will be for home. Yeah, I'm just gonna carry on. I think I'll do the same thing for all of them. We're back. I'm just finishing the last of my little headers. And yeah, so I think that that's looking pretty good. I like the layout of it. It is, to me, kind of cheerful, and it lets me see that everything is listed and organized, which gives me a bit of peace of mind. Yeah, and just something pretty to look at. So I'm going to go ahead and I think just start filling in some of the lists, and I think that's about it. I might have the odd sticker too to put in for, what is it, payday, I think, and there might be one other thing. But, oh, yeah, this was the other thing. So this was on the bottom of the washi strips. I almost forgot. There are these little, yeah, kind of rectangles, which can be used in different ways. But my thinking is I'm going to put these in here as kind of a prompt to hopefully do 2 things each day. I done this kind of a couple weeks ago, put in lines in the hopes that I would do something, which there were some days with nothing filled in, which, I mean, yeah, it doesn't always make me feel great, but then it did also encourage me to fill in some things, if that makes sense. So I think since I have these and I don't really ever use them, I think I'm going to put them just for Monday to Friday. Again, in the hopes that at least each day I'll pick a couple of things that I want to do, and they might be big things or small things. We'll see. And just to add a little bit more color and variety too. And they're not too overwhelming, I don't think. I have to start using these a little bit more because that is one part of the little washi strip kit that I don't tend to use a lot. But yeah, I'll leave the weekend be. And yeah, now it's time to just grab my pen and start filling this in. And I think for habits, I might use a tracker. We'll see. Kind of winging this part. Welcome back. I'm just finishing up a couple last little items here. So I did end up putting a habit tracker. I used this sticker, the Monday to Sunday, because of kind of where it was on the page, and I hadn't thought it through. It doesn't quite align. So what I did was I labeled like A, B, C, D, E, each of the things I want to track, and then I'll just kind of write them beside the day of the week. A little odd, but it'll work. And I've got a couple other little things I put under the sections, and I'm just going to finish by putting a couple of things in home. I need to do a deep clean in my bathroom. Normally each month I do like a deeper clean around the house each month, and I didn't quite do it all, so I'll add that in. And then I also want to purge and organize a couple areas as well. And my planning, I'll throw a couple things in here. So I want to do, of course, my weekly for next week. And then my Gamify planner, I need to finish, just kind of have one last pass at it. I think I mentioned earlier, I'd been thinking about it, but over the last few weeks, I think as my mind was a little bit muddled, I kind of put it down for a little bit, and then I revisited it last week, and everything sort of gelled. But I need to finish kind of the outline and then do the actual setup of it. And that'll be good for me, I think, because it'll include a little more opportunities to track, which, again, I don't quite have places everywhere in here to do that. So I'm really curious how that's going to work. And a couple little stickers, a reminder to get the mail tomorrow, and then it's payday. And there we are. So that is my setup for the week of March the 3rd. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon. Bye.